Morning chaps, welcome to Sunday morning and a final review video. I say final, it's the last day of the pass round before I send the soap on to the next person in the chain, and the soap is the Scheermonnik SOEK. I have since been corrected by the chaps at Scheermonnik that despite Google Translate telling me otherwise, that SOUK SOEK as printed on the pot, Google translates it as Afrikaans, meaning search, and I suppose in a roundabout kind of way there is still an element there of that meaning, but SOUK is literally the SOUK, an Arabic market where you'll find spices, silks, cloths, other valuables, essences of anything you want. I've been to many in Egypt, and they're absolutely fantastic places to buy. If you're of a nervous disposition, you may not want to go because there's lots and lots of haggling and lots and lots of pressure, but spend the time and you can find some absolutely wonderful things in a souk. But yeah, that's another story altogether. I love Egypt. Devastated that it's in the state that it is due to the political situation caused by their own government and other things, but that's by the by. I'd love to go back. It's been knocking on for 5 years since the last one, but yeah, the souks are amazing places and the smells are very reminiscent of what you find in here. There's amazing incenses, there's spices, there's all sorts that you just walk in and it's got a smell of its own. There's hustle and bustle and the scent is captured. It still reminds me of German Christmas, but that's because I associate the scents in here, the orange, the myrrh, the the clove. It all just, it's things that stick in my memory of Christmas, but it also perfectly represents what you'd find in a spice market. So, what have I found with this soap? Well, I found that it performs great. The smell is fantastic, and yeah, it's a really nicely presented pot as well. It's a nice little aluminium tin, nice label. The church being, I presume it could well be a monastery given the name of the company, Scheermonnik, the shaving monk. And yeah, very, very well presented, put together. I would say well priced at £14.99, just shy of 15 English pounds, British pounds. Will they be British pounds for much longer? Who knows? Anyway, it's well priced for the performance, and the scent alone certainly justifies a fair portion of the cost, because based on other soaps it is quite expensive, but like I say, the performance and the scent combined, it justifies that to some degree. So off the back of these 4 days, I've already committed to Stuart to say, yeah, I'm going to buy one of every scent when another item that I've requested comes in. So all 3 scents will be coming my way. The Delft Wit and I think they pronounce it Donderschlag, which translates to thunderclap, I believe. And the profiles sound amazing, and the base is the same as this. So I'm looking forward to those very much indeed. Anyway, on to today's shave. Today we're going to be obviously using the SOUK soap. We're going to be using a Cadman 26mm silver tip knotted brush, because testing over the few days I've used ball, I've used synthetic and the Badger, and I prefer the Badger. Just something about it works and gets the lather just so. And the razor, something I don't use very often, but I thought I'd give it another run out today. It's a Gillette Tech, the Alu Tech from 1972, with a Rapira stainless blade. So, I've hot toweled, and let's get ready to go. So, I take a moderately damp brush, just a few flicks to get rid of the worst of the water. There we go, that's the brush today, and the soap. And I'm going to lather it like so, just to encourage the lather into the brush so we make less mess. And I like to take a decent load into the brush, because the last thing I want to do is get caught short partway through a shave and run short of lather. Definitely don't want that. And when it smells as good as this, as nice as it is and intoxicating as it is to go back to the puck and start lathering all over again, I'm just going to get some more water. It's better just to go from the starting block and all the way. Bit more exciting when you do it that way, like Formula 1 used to be when you didn't have fuel stops. I still remember that fateful day in Canada. Nigel Mansell was on his last lap and he was like maybe 1 or 2 turns from the end, and Murray Walker was doing what Murray Walker does, and he says, and it's Mansell for the win and all that jazz, only for him to run out of fuel 1 or 2 turns from the end. So yeah, you don't want to run out of lather on your last pass. That would be bad news. So, as you can see, lather's nice and easy. That there is going to be plenty of lather for me to get on with. So, as is always the way, I don't like to waste what's in the pot, so I'm just going to scoop the pre-lather out. Waste not, want not. There's no point putting this lovely goodness down the sink. I will of course clean the puck before it goes on to the next person, but that's another story. There we go. Oh, that scent is divine. The sweetness of the myrrh. Gents, if only we had smell-o-vision. Wow. It is truly intoxicating, it really is. Even if you find the shave itself is not to your liking, this is worth carrying in your pocket just to open and inhale from every now and then. Genuinely, it's wonderful. It's on the stronger side as well. I think I mentioned this in my first video. It's probably about 7 or 8 out of 10 in terms of scent strength, if not maybe pushing a 9. If you have other soaps to compare it to, this is definitely on the stronger side. And I like that. I sometimes wish that you could sort of take a soap and just boost the scent, just to sort of really give it that wow factor. But yeah, anyway, onto the shave. We're going to lather up, just a simple task on the face. And this lather builds quick, nice and quick. And it's quite a thirsty soap, it does enjoy a bit of water. That's the other reason I prefer the Badger over the synthetic here, because it holds a fair bit of water up front. From a relatively light load, you get stacks of lather. Still a little dry, so I'm going to add some more moisture. And as you're building the lather on the face, the scent changes ever so slightly. The initial hit of clove sort of mellows, the cinnamon and myrrh kind of sit a little bit closer to the front of the profile, and the orange is there just to balance. And the orange is very subtle. I like it. More often than not, when I see a citrus-based soap on the market, it's offered with lime, lemon, more often grapefruit. Not very often I see an orange. It's a pleasant change. There we go. So, happy with that. We've got loads of lather left in here. Clear your lips off. And a little nod to Geo Fatboy of Shave Nation. I'm going to clear the runways because after my visit to the barbers on Friday, it's very subtle, very difficult to see, so I don't want to be slicing off more than I have to. So, one Gillette Alutech from 1972. And it's an incredibly efficient soap, this. It offers cracking levels of glide. No issues with it at all in any department. This soap is just great. Every little nuance of the soap just works. And what I'm finding in terms of post-shave, it's good news too. It's one of my most important things that I consider. When I'm feeling out soap is how it feels on the skin after the shave. And I hate that dry, tight feeling. I get none of that, and that is a fantastic thing. It just does what it's meant to do. So, and it does it well. Lather up for pass 2. So anyone who enjoys a spicy scent is going to love this. Genuinely. It's warming. It's masculine. And it's exotic. I was on the shaving room the other day and someone asked about matching aftershaves and colognes, and it got me thinking. I cannot think of anything that's remotely close. That's commercially available, and I thought to myself, well, what would complement it? What would pick up on elements? And then it got me thinking, well, I have been testing daily fragrance from another company via a market research company that I deal with. Not just sort of shaving products or anything like that. It's literally anything. They're a market research company, and they'll cover vacuum cleaners, razors, food, drink, shaving products, beauty products, anything. I've been testing this last week or so something from Dinks. Believe it or not, a brand that I've not been using for years. What is it? Well, something that you think about it actually complements it quite well. It's this, the Lynx Signature Daily Fragrance Oud Wood and Dark Vanilla. The oud works because this is the kind of scent you associate with a Middle Eastern market, and there's vanilla in the soap, so I'm going to use that today, but not until pass 3 is complete. I think it's safe to say that there's plenty left in there for more passes. It's also safe to say that this Scheermonnik SOEK is amazing. So the glide is superb, there's plenty on tap, never left short. There's cushion against sharp blades and aggressive razors. The post shave is great as well, leaves your skin feeling nourished, doesn't feel dry. But the killer for me is the scent. It's absolutely phenomenal. It's up there with the very best. If someone had said to you it's come out of one of the best perfume houses in Paris or New York or London or Milan, you would not be surprised. It's that good. So, there we have it. Three fantastic passes, all completed, nice and smooth, no drama. That's the pass round done for me. Disappointed to see it go, actually, but I'll be ordering more, so I won't be without it for long, hopefully. So yeah, Scheermonnik. Hadn't heard of them before. Stuart said that he's going to be bringing them in, and that he's going to be the sole UK supplier. This stuff, how can I put it? Well, monks are of a religious order, and they're devoted, and it's quite clear that the guys behind Scheermonnik are devoted to making a great soap. You could say they're driven by a higher power to create a fantastic soap. You could even say they've been blessed with the skills to make a high-end quality soap. And do you know what? There may well have been a bit of divine intervention gone into this. Can you tell I'm pulling out all the puns here? It's great. It really is great. It's... oh, got a little wee pre bit there. It is what it is. It's superb. It's sheer brilliance. It's a wonderful scent. Wonderful doesn't cover it. It's a mind-blowing scent. It's so evocative for me of Christmas and of past sort of happy times. For you, it might be days travelling in Morocco. It might be something else entirely. All we know is it's fantastic. The performance is brilliant. Like I say, the glide, excellent. Cushion, fantastic. It dealt with an R41 with a brand new Rapira blade. It's dealt with a Tex with Rapira blades. It's dealt with, what others did I have? Yeah, it was the 39C also with a Rapira blade. I'm liking the Rapira blades at the moment. Yeah, so that's your 75 grams, that's the back of the pot. That's what you get in your little aluminium pot. 75 grams of wonderful, spicy, high performance goodness. Let's see what we got. We got what may well be cocoa butter, I think, glycerin, something else. I'm not very good with Latin. I'm terrible with Latin. But yeah, there's lots of goodness going on in there, and it's just great. And yes, like I said, it's $14.99 in the UK, and it's worth every single penny of that $14.99. On the scent alone, the performance backs it up. What's not to like? Don't really know what more to say apart from, like I say, I'm going to be sad to see this go tomorrow morning in the post. Off to Paul. Paul, I'm looking forward to your thoughts on that. Hopefully, I don't think you've done videos before, but it'd be very nice to see. Either that or read a very eloquently put posts on the shaving room. I'm going to put a link to the thread in the description below, just so anyone who's interested in finding out what other people think who may not do a video and put it on YouTube, you'll be able to see. So yeah, this stuff from Scheermonnik in Holland via shaving station in Leeds. Wonderful. Gents, I urge you to give it a try. If you do and you don't like it, drop me a message and I'll buy it from you. So that's how good it is. It's kind of like a money back guarantee. I hope I don't get inundated with pots, but then again, if I do, I won't complain because I've got lots of pots of this wonderful stuff. Chaps and ladies and alien beings from outer space who may be watching. So you never know, they might be among us. Who knows? I'm intoxicated by the scent still. It's having an effect on my brain. This has been the Scheermonnik SOEK. Thoroughly enjoyed the pass round. Thank you, Stuart from Shaving Station, for the pass round, and for the guys at Scheermonnik for getting involved. And I have been Nick. I will see you again soon.